Really appreciate this opportunity. It really is important to me to have the chance to come and talk to people around the state and to be able to answer their questions directly. I know elections are something that are absolutely, sacred to people. And so being able to get answers to your questions is something I think you'll find I do not take lightly.
All right, the first question I have is, if election results can be trusted, why are you here?
Running elections is not easy, but even when we had tough times in the past, we didn't see anything like this level of scrutiny. Not even close.
There's so much that people just don't recognize it happens in elections. To get the calendar blocked, get everything set up, classes for election workers, prepping, all the other precinct tabulators. All of our software stuff has to be looked at, pulls materials, so it's constant.
There's so many details in elections, and election officials don't have room for error.
Thank you. That creates anxiety. And in this environment, you just don't know what to expect anymore.
But it's an honor. My job is to make sure the voters' voice is heard. So
I'm a complete dork about elections. We got the future voter stickers.
so excited.
The administration of election is a thankless job.
Nobody grows up and says, I want to be an election administrator. You stumble into it.
And you like it because it's worthy. It's a worthy profession. You're helping people.
I love all the process of it, the logic of it. Like yes or no, on or off, 1 or 0. You win or you lose.
Wisconsin always has close elections. We are the most purple of purple states. Knowing that the margins are going to be narrow, we have to be on top of so much.
Yeah, let me transfer you to one of our election administration specialists.
Yesterday, we received 175 phone calls and 461 emails.
As the nonpartisan chief election official for the state, I support the officials who handle everything at the local level, including Election Day. It is an enormous event. I mean, we have about 4,000 polling places that will be up and running in 2024 during the presidential election. We have 1,850 municipal clerks. We have probably about 40,000 poll workers. Think about that just from an events planning perspective. If somebody plans a big event, it's usually in one place on one day. You sort of have these set conditions. Imagine running 4,000 events on a single day. It has to be done perfectly. And we have 4 statewide elections in 2024. So we're about to start not just a sprint, we're about to start that marathon that is election year.
DTE, with all of this power outage, are we meeting with them or have we met with them?
We have met with them.
These buildings, I'm really concerned with this weather.
Yeah.
As cold as it is, election is in a couple weeks.
For the presidential primary election, we received 26,760 applications.
Being an elected official in the city of Detroit, you live in a fishbowl. You feel like you're always being watched. The community wants it done well and they want it done right. And I've always been the kind of person, if you can do better, do better. I was a teacher and a mother and a wife. And the election results, I think, were 2004. Took 2 weeks for us to get, for the city of Detroit, the largest city in the state, to get all of our election results. And I thought we can do better. So I told my husband, you know what? I'm going to run for this because this makes no sense. And I consider myself an educator still, but the walls have been brought down, right? I'm no longer confined to a classroom, but I teach an entire city.
Detroit is a gritty town. We've been battle tested, and its people demonstrate that same spirit on a day-to-day basis. Now, in '85, when I first started working here with punch cards, elections remained under the radar. The only thing that you heard about elections were the results. You never heard about the administration of the process. It wasn't until the 2000 presidential election that people began to look at elections differently. And for the first time, election workers who had always operated behind the scenes were in the spotlight.